the phone, but see, I don't know if that's good. I've been holding back this secret from you. I probably shouldn't tell it, but if I let you know, you can tell nobody. While they talk on the phone, but see, are you responsible? Boy, I gotta watch my back, 'cause I'm not just hitting back. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm good at good. Right now I'm not enough. Say yes or say no, 'cause I really need somebody. Tell me if that's somebody. Boy, won't you pick me up at the park right now, up the block while everyone sleeps? I'll be waiting there with my trunks, my loads, my hat, just so I'm low key. If you tell the world, that we'll be weak. Oh boy, see, I'm trusting you with my heart, my soul. I probably shouldn't let you go. If I let this go, you can tell nobody. I'm talking about nobody. I hope you're responsible. Boy, I gotta watch my back, 'cause I'm not just here right. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm good. Right now I'm not enough. Say yes or say no, 'cause I really need somebody. Tell me you're that somebody.
Baby girl, I'm the man from the big VA. Won't you come play round my way? And listen to what I gotta say. Simple plan. Don't you know I am the man? Rock shows here in Japan. Have people shaking my hand. Baby girl, better known as Ali. Give me goosebumps and hot feet. Make it play haters believe. Don't you know? Gotta tell somebody. 'Cause
I really need somebody. Tell me you're that somebody. If I let this go, you can't tell nobody. I'm talking about nobody. Are you responsible? Boy, I gotta watch my back, 'cause I'm not just here right. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm good at good. Right now I'm not enough. Say yes or say no, 'cause I really need somebody. Tell me you're that somebody. You can't tell nobody. I'm talking about nobody. I hope you're responsible. Boy, I gotta watch my back, 'cause I'm not just here right. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm good at good. Right now I'm not enough. Say yes or say no, 'cause I really need somebody. Tell me you're that somebody. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm good at good. Right now I'm not enough. 'Cause I really need somebody. Tell me you're that somebody. You can't tell nobody. I'm talking about nobody.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock
Around.
That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. It's the tight.
Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really sleazy. All they just say is please me or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
How is it, babe?
It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time.
And in the city, it's a pity, 'cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside.
It's tricky to rock
up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme.
I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far.
A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay.
I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme, that's right, on time is tricky. How is that?
Tricky,
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 tricky, it's tricky to rock a rhyme, that's right, on time is tricky. We don't use drugs,
but you assume
on your own,
they offer coke,
and lots of dope, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all,
y'all.
but we don't quit.
You keep on
Rock,
shock, cause this is it.
I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware.
Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair.
I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before. I'm brushing up on looking down, I'm working on my roar.
Thus far, a rather uninspiring thing.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
You've rather a long way to go, young master, if you think.
No one's saying do this,
Now, when I said that,
no
I
one's saying be there.
meant what?
No one's saying stop that,
What you don't
no one's saying
realize.
see here.
Now, see here.
Free to run around all day,
Well, that's definitely out.
free to do it all my way.
I think it's time that you and I arranged a heart-to-heart.
Kings don't need advice from little hornbills for a start.
If this is where the monarchy is headed, count me out. Out of service, out of Africa, I wouldn't hang about. This child is getting wildly out of wing.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Everybody look left, everybody look right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing in the spotlight.
Not yet.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait.
spiral round this town of steel. My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more, 'cause I want more. My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more, 'cause I want more. Stop, the train is riding down to the station where I lived when I was a cool kid. Hey, is it my fault that the falling embers burn down in a spiral round your crown of thorns? My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more, 'cause I want more. My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more, 'cause I want more. It rides me out of town. It's my road, it's my road, it's my road. It's my road, it's my road, it's my road. It's my road, it's my road, it's my road. His eyes are open, his eyes are open. Oh, 'cause I want more, I want more, more. His eyes are open, his eyes are open. Hey, hey, hey. My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more, 'cause I want more. My body tells me no, but I won't quit, 'cause I want more, 'cause I want more. It rides me out of town.
Welcome, everyone. My background is set from fun last night. There we go. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the closing session of KYA 2020. You know, for all of you here, for most of you here, this is your only closing session of KYA. This is your only KYA. But I'll say for us staff, this is the fourth one we've run, and this is our final high school closing session. So from all of us at the Y, it's been a fantastic KYA season. It's been so exciting to have everyone in this space in some capacity to keep that magic going. So to kick us off, I'm going to welcome our presiding officers for our closing GA. Presiding officers, you can turn on your cameras and wave as you are introduced. Starting off with our editor-in-chief, we have Bella Cowan. With our Secretary of the Cabinet, we have Blair Fraley. We've got our Attorney General, Jackson Davis. And we have our Chief Justice, Will Von Hendorf. Moving on, we have our Secretary of State, Callie Aiken. We have our President of the Bluegrass Senate, Peyton Burnham. Our Speaker of the Bluegrass House, Coral Grist. Our Lieutenant Governor, Hunter Cody. Our President of the Commonwealth Senate, Nick Bentley. Our Speaker of the Commonwealth House, Natalie Shorey. And finally, your Governor, Jacob Grant. Big round of applause for all of our presiding officers. They've done a fantastic job this conference. We've got a few items of our agenda to do. We've got some awards to do later. We have some 2021 presiding officers to announce. But first, we have our veto override session. So I will pass things off to your governor, Jacob Grant, for our veto override session.
Okay, hi guys. Thank you for joining us today. During this conference, there's a lot of amazing bills that were presented. Every time we met with bill sponsors, they were not only intuitive, but they were inspiring, and everything they had to say truly meant a lot to what KYA is. And it was really difficult for some of these to be vetoed. It went through a very strenuous process, and it was with heavy hearts we had to do this. But here we are, you know. So our chairs today will be our Speaker of the Commonwealth House, Natalie Shorey, and our President of the Commonwealth Senate, Nick Bentley. And our first vetoed bill on the docket today is Commonwealth 1. Are the sponsors from Commonwealth 1 here today? Okay, we'll just come back to that. We'll be visiting Commonwealth 1, Commonwealth 3, and Commonwealth 6. So the Speaker of the Commonwealth House, Natalie, will, and the President of the Commonwealth Senate, Nick, will alternate presiding and clerking for veto overrides. And it is now time for bill number 1. Are the sponsors of bill number 1 present? Okay, are the sponsors of Commonwealth bill number 3 present? Okay, fantastic. Okay. And in order to hear the bill, a majority of the assembly must vote in favor. The clerk will now read the title of the bill.
It is it's an act to establish investigation protocols for police officers inappropriately disabling body cameras.
And as I said before, we will need a majority of the assembly to vote in favor of hearing the attempt to override this veto. Please use the hand raise function on Zoom if you're interested in hearing this veto override attempt. Okay, it is the decision that this bill will be heard.
Okay. So the governor will have 1 minute to justify their veto of this bill. You may begin.
Jacob Grant, representing South Oklahoma High School. I reserve the right to yield my time to your auspicious Attorney General, Jackson Davis.
Jackson Davis, representing the Commonwealth of Kentucky. While the substance of this bill is constitutional, the effective date of January 1st, 2021 violates Section 55 of the Kentucky Constitution, which states that no bill can come into effect before 90 days after the governor's signature, except if it is under general appropriations or in case of emergency. This bill has no emergency clause, nor does it indicate cause for emergency. Therefore, it cannot be passed.
Okay, so the sponsors will now have 1 minute for their rebuttal. You may begin.
Okay, Jalen Peoples, Jacob Marcelli, Trace Noel, representing Butler Traditional High School. So basically, our bill is combating an issue as large as corruption, and an issue that large shouldn't be held back by something as small as a date that could be adjusted. Our bill is looking to settle something super urgent at the moment, which is the heat between civilians and law enforcement and corruption. We all know that right now, more than ever, this is a hot topic and there's something needs to be done right at this moment. And I feel that we should be passed so that we can solve this now sooner rather than later.
It is now time to vote on the veto override of Bill number 3. Please use the hand raise function to indicate if you are interested in overriding the governor's veto. It is the decision of this chair that the veto stands, and it does. Good job, y'all.
Okay, thank you guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and circle back to Commonwealth One. Are the sponsors of Commonwealth One here?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so a majority of the assembly must vote in favor of hearing the attempt to override this veto. Please use your hand raise function like last time on Zoom if you're interested in hearing this veto override attempt. Okay, it's the decision of this chair that this veto will be heard.
Okay, it is now time for bill number 1, and the sponsors are present. The clerk will now read the title of this bill.
An act relating to cinemas providing assistance to deaf and hard of hearing.
Okay, and so it is because the majority have voted to hear this veto. We will now be moving on to the governor having 1 minute to justify the veto of this bill, and you can begin whenever you're ready, Governor Grant.
Jacob Grant, representing South Oklahoma High School. I'm going to yield the rest of my time to my lovely Secretary of the Executive Cabinet, Blair Fraley.
Blair Fraley, representing Frederick Douglass High School. In 2016, the U.S. Department of Justice published the final rule on the Americans with Disabilities Act in response to lawsuits against movie theaters failing to provide accommodations that match Title III of the ADA. Since this, the rule has required that all movie theaters have and maintain the equipment necessary to provide closed captioning and audio descriptions at a movie patron's seat. Additionally, movie theaters are already required to have a number of these devices based on their number of auditoriums. All individuals who request these closed captioning devices must be given one, or the theater is in disagreement with federal law. Due to this, the bill is unnecessary. The current accommodations for moviegoers offer the ability to enjoy the complete movie experience for both those who have a disability and those who wish to view it without captions.
Okay, thank you. And now the sponsors will have 1 minute for their rebuttal, and you can begin whenever you're ready.
Hi, Hannah Albright representing Albright Homeschool. While the ADA has approved for these devices to be used, these devices are non-accommodating and terrible to use in service because what you have to do with them is they're really small and all they have provided is the captions, and that is the bare minimum. And so you will have to look at the captions and watch the screen at the same time, which is very difficult for anyone. And so the captions are general learning aids, and by providing them at the bottom of the screen, it will help those who have English as their second language, those with learning disability, movies with poor audio quality, and yes, those who are deaf or hard of hearing. So while those devices are functioning and are available, they ruin the entire experience and are non-accommodating. Thank you.
Thank you, sponsors. It's now time to vote on Commonwealth Bill number 1. Please use the hand raise function to indicate if you're interested in overriding the governor's veto. Okay, it is the decision of the chair that the veto stands, and it does.
Okay, so it is now time for bill number, I believe it was 6. So are the sponsors of bill number 6 present? Okay, the clerk will now read the title of the bill.
Sponsors, would you mind reading the exact title of your bill, as it was an amendment for the bill book?
The name of our bill is an act relating to establishing continual in-person early voting.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you are interested in hearing this veto override attempt, then please use the hand raise function. It is the decision of this chair that it will be heard. So the governor will now have 1 minute to justify their veto.
Jacob Grant representing South Odom High School. I will reserve my time to welcome back Jackson Davis for the speech.
Jackson Davis representing the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This bill wishes to amend several sections of the Constitution that don't directly apply to its content. And this bill also contains a Section 55 violation of the Kentucky Constitution, as such an amendment cannot be implemented within 20 days after passing. This can also be inferred from Section 256 of the Kentucky Constitution, which says that such an amendment cannot be submitted to general election, which is less than 90 days away. with a general vote needed to ratify an amendment, indicating that the Constitution does not allow for a 20-day effective period on amendments.
Okay, we will now hear the sponsor's rebuttal. You have 1 minute and you may begin when you're ready.
Regarding the enactment date, the 20-day was actually a typo. It's supposed to be 60 days, and the 60 days are to guarantee that there's enough time between the passage of the legislation and the period between the legislation passage and the election itself, during which the sufficient funding can be allocated through the state and local funding mechanisms. Regarding the Constitution, it's constitutional, and according to the precedents in Ohio in the 2005 election, Ohio passed no excuse early voting. So there was precedents in other states, and the clauses in the Kentucky Constitution itself are also not directly violated by the institution of early voting.
Okay, it is now time to vote on the veto override of Bill number 6. Please use the hand raise function to indicate if you are interested in overriding the governor's veto. It is the decision of this chair. Veto stands and as.
Thank you for a great veto override session. Having concluded our business with that, I'm excited to welcome Ryan to kick off our award ceremony.
A huge thank you to our presiding officers and everyone who participated in the veto override session. This is how democracy works. It is the power of the people to make decisions, and it's so exciting to be able to participate in that. So now it's time to move on to our awards ceremony. We know that the amount of work that goes into preparing for KYA is enormous. Bill sponsors spend hours preparing their bills. Your officers practice parliamentary procedure until they can preside in their sleep. And delegates study the bills in their committee to show up prepared. We'd like to thank our award sponsor, Humana. Due to their generous support, physical awards will be mailed or delivered to your schools after the KYA season is finished. Huge shout out to Humana. We're so happy to be able to do that. Some of you will also receive an invitation along with your award. Each summer, KYA delegates represent our Commonwealth at the YMCA Conference on National Affairs, or KONA. KONA brings together delegates from all the state youth and government programs to debate national and international policy issues at the YMCA Blue Ridge Assembly in North Carolina. We actually had virtual KONA this summer. That was a great launching point for us to get experience for this program. So shout out to KONA for sort of being the pioneer and guinea pig for that. But it's an incredible opportunity to represent your state at a higher level, and the debate is super strong. Any delegate who receives an individual award during this assembly will also receive an invitation to apply for KONA, and we recommend that you do. Like I said, it's a great honor. So to kick off our award ceremony, I'm going to pass things back over to your Governor, Jacob Grant, with its outstanding delegates.
Okay, our first recognition goes to our outstanding delegates who have been nominated by their advisors for exemplifying the WISE 4 core values and outstanding commitment during school preparations and at KYA. This year's outstanding delegates are as follows: Rachel Gressick from South Oldham High School, Sydney Brown of Oldham County High School, Zainab Movenia of Elizabethtown High School, Ava Shoup from McCracken County High School, Macy Helton from Frederick Douglass High School, Luke Chitwood from Daniel Boone Homeschool, Jacob Marcelli from Butler Traditional High School, David Gent from Heritage Christian Academy, Bella Young from Holy Cross Covington, Shelby Ham from Martha Lane Collins, Haley Griebel from North Laurel High School, Kaylee Compton of Craft Academy in Morehead State, Henley McDaniel of Crittenden County High School, Mason Tuma of KCD, Kentucky Country Day, Adrian McDaniels from Boyd County High School, and Zoe McCraffey from Meade County High School. And this year, congrats to you guys, by the way, we also want to recognize the following outstanding delegates who fearlessly joined us at individual registrants. Sophie Spencer from Xavier's School for Gifted Children, Leah Emberton from the same school. All of these people will be from the same school. Samuel Harless, Josie McCargue, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Bailey Bullock, Paige Smith, Kennedy Hudson, Carson Connor, Elizabeth Hitter, Hannah Allen, Satori Branham, Viviana Weaver, Lily Hubbs, Emily McKenzie, Ailey Bargo, and Caden Lucas. Congratulations to all of our outstanding delegates. Thank you, guys.
So this next award goes to our outstanding speakers from our Commonwealth and Bluegrass chambers. When these delegates spoke, which was often, they made insightful comments that were well received by others. These delegates also exemplified the WISE core values, and with thanks to our debate sponsors, McCargy Strategic Solutions and Limestone Bank, this year's outstanding delegates are as follows. I do apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name. So the first is Sam Canali from Kentucky Country Day, then Sarah Burbank from South Oldham High School, Abigail Merrick from Butler Traditional High School, Bill Nichols from Heritage Christian Academy, Cal Wagers from North Laurel High School, Cameron Hauser from Elizabethtown High School, Hannah Albright from Albright Homeschool, Elijah Syracuse from Holy Cross High School, Emma Riley from South Oldham High School, Hannah Richardson from South Oldham, Jackson Childress from Boyd County, Kendall Sampson from Oldham County High School, and Sam Ray from South Oldham High School. Congratulations to all of our outstanding speakers.
Hello. Being a bill sponsor is a daunting task. Choosing to put forth an idea you know will be critiqued and questioned by your peers takes great courage. For that and their hard work before and during KYA, we thank all of the bill sponsors. The first bills we would like to recognize are those Bluegrass bills passed by the House and Senate. Bluegrass 3, Elizabethtown High School, Bluegrass 7, South Oldham High School, and Bluegrass 1, Butler Traditional High School.
Next, we would like to recognize the highest ranked Bluegrass bills. From South Oldham High School, Bluegrass 7, and from Elizabethtown High School, Bluegrass 3. Congratulations to our highest ranked Bluegrass bills.
Thank you, Peyton and Coral. The following Commonwealth bills were not only passed by both the House and Senate, but also presented policy ideas and solutions that I, as governor, believe will help improve the lives of Kentuckians as laws for our Commonwealth. I'm pleased to announce the following bills that have been signed into law. From Holy Cross Covington, Commonwealth 10, from South Oldham High School, Commonwealth 16, and from South Oldham High School, Commonwealth 17, and from Clinton County High School, Commonwealth 5, and from North Laurel High School, Commonwealth 14. Congratulations to those bills signed into law.
Out of all the well-written and well-researched bills you've heard and debated during this assembly, there were two bills that stood out in student rankings
My bad, I should have waited. There were two bills that stood out in student rankings and adherence to the proper bill format. This year's outstanding Bluegrass bill goes to, from South Oldham High School, Bluegrass 7, an act relating to providing feminine products for homeless and incarcerated women. This year's outstanding Commonwealth bill goes to, from North Laurel High School, Commonwealth 14, an act relating to the prohibition of the use of solitary confinement in the juvenile delinquent system. To win the Outstanding Bill Packet Award, a delegation must not only have one exceptional bill, but all of their bills must have been well prepared, presented, and shown relevance to Kentucky. This year's Outstanding Bill Packet goes to Elizabethtown High School.
Hi, everyone. Great start, guys. Am I right? Okay, so the Media Corps has the opportunity to experience all of KYA. Whether it's tracking bills, interviewing candidates, or conducting polls, media delegates provide a unique perspective on overall KYA experience. For that, we are thankful to the entire Media Corps. Before I give this award, I just want to shout out my assistant editors who, as supporting officers, are not eligible, but have done so much incredible work. So shout out to Hannah Donan for running the podcast and social media teams, and to Monse Monsi for running our newspaper. All right, the next award is given to a media delegate who puts forth the most effort, displays genuine teamwork, produces quality product, and exemplifies the WISE 4 core values. This year's outstanding media delegate is, from Kentucky Country Day, Leah Anderson.
During KYA, lobbyists build legislative coalitions to support or oppose legislation on behalf of their client. They also work to persuade cabinet secretaries to support and adopt their position. The Outstanding Lobbyist Award is given to the lobbyist who best advances the interests of their clients while building coalitions of legislators and effectively lobbying members of the cabinet. But thanks to our lobbyist program sponsor, the JYB3 Group, this year's Outstanding Lobbyist is from Holy Cross High School, Covington, Addie Durick.
Students who participate in the Supreme Court program, which is generously sponsored by the Kentucky Bar Foundation, have a very different KYA experience than other delegates. Before KYA, they prepare oral arguments on a model appellate case. During assembly, they present their arguments to a panel of student justices and legal professionals. This year, the case was Family Dollar versus Stephen Bedos, a case relating to workers' compensation rights and whether a widow is fully entitled after a lump sum settlement has been given to her husband. As a result of this year's showcase round, our award goes to the pair of advocates who successfully argued on behalf of their sides of this year's case. We're excited to announce our showcase round winners. In the unanimous opinion of this year's Supreme Court, the winners are from South Oldham High School, Mary Dudgeon, and from Meade County High School, Lauren Hebert. Congratulations again to our showcase winners. Our final Supreme Court award, Outstanding Advocate Team, is awarded to the highest ranking appellate and appellee advocate teams based on scores from 3 rounds of oral arguments as determined by student justices and legal professionals. This year's Outstanding Advocate Team is South Oldham High School.
All right, so for this section of the awards, these are all the delegation awards, the big awards. So I'll be taking over here. Our remaining awards recognize the accomplishments of your delegations as a whole. While many of you have achieved incredible things at this year's assembly, we all know that KYA is a team effort that requires the work of your entire delegation. So our first recognition is given to delegations that have exemplified the WISE core values while preparing for and participating at KYA. This includes adhering to all deadlines and requirements, outstanding participation in program areas, and full delegation caucus participation. This is the Premier Delegation Award. This year's Premier Delegations are Frederick Douglass High School, Butler Traditional High School, Likens Homeschool, Oldham County High School, Albright Homeschool, Kentucky Country Day, South Oldham High School, Boyd County High School, Holy Cross High School Covington, Craft Academy Moorhead State, Meade County High School, McCracken County High School, Elizabethtown High School, Crittenden County High School, Daniel Boone High School, Homeschool, Martha Lane Collins High School, North Laurel High School, and Heritage Christian Academy. Give a big round of applause to those from your delegation. If you're doing those 2 claps with me at your computer, thank you. It always feels great to have company. Moving on to our big awards. Our first award is the Outstanding Statesmanship Award. This recognizes a delegation whose members made thoughtful, respectful, and meaningful contributions during debate. Statesmanship isn't just about effective debate. It requires deep respect for the process and collaborating with fellow delegates during the policy-making process. This delegation demonstrated statesmanship across all possible program areas and was recognized by advisors and staff, as well as having a well-organized team. This year's Outstanding Statesmanship Award goes to Kentucky Country Day. Finally, we have our last delegation award. This is for Outstanding Delegation. This award goes to a delegation that displayed statesmanship, positively contributed to the life and culture of KYA, demonstrated the highest quality of preparedness and participation in all possible program areas, and exemplified the WISE core values. This includes active participation in all program areas, and really just this is the school that has gone above and beyond this conference. I think this year's Outstanding Delegation Award goes to Holy Cross High School Covington. So it is no secret that the driving force behind KYA is your advisors. Their hard work, tireless efforts, dedication, and commitment allow for you as delegates to shine. This year, all of our advisors have gone above and beyond in their service to this program and to you, navigating unprecedented complications to preserve this experience for each of you. For that, we cannot thank you enough for all that you do. We will resume our Advisor Hall of Fame inductions as soon as we can meet in person again. But for now, every advisor is a VIP this year in our eyes. So when you get the chance, delegates, please take a moment to thank your advisor. None of this is possible without them. I think they often do things unseen that you may not even be aware of to help get you here. So when you get the chance, tell them thank you, send them an email, whatever it takes, just to let them know that you appreciate them. So we've gotten a lot of questions about our senior cohorts. So we've got one last group to recognize before we find out who will follow in the legacy in the coming year, which is our next senior class. But this one has been through a lot. But I think in a lot of ways has been a very strong class to persevere through all this. We're talking about, of course, our seniors, the class of 2021. The senior class have set the culture of this program for the past 7 years, and we hope they will continue to be a part of KYA in the future as volunteers. That's right, seniors, you can start volunteering at middle school KYA as early as next year, and we need you to. This program runs off the strength of our volunteers. Also, if you love KYA, consider joining us in Washington, D.C. next February, not 2022, for Campus-wide Congress, a model federal government. It's a lot like this, but it's at the national level and in college. So this journey is far from over. It's instead turning into a new direction, and we want to recognize the incredible impact that you have had in your time here as seniors. And following this conference, you will be given graduation cords that will tie you to a movement that spans the entire country. No matter where life takes you after graduation, know this: the Y is still your home, and we will always welcome you back with a smile, and a Y hug. We know what you're capable of. We've seen it. Now it's time to take off the training wheels and see even more of the wonderful magic you have within you. Seniors, congratulations and thank you for serving the Y and our Kentucky family. For Student Y members graduating in 2021, you will be sent a form after this conference where you can request your graduation cord. And now to tell you about the work Media Corps has done this conference, I'm going to pass things over to your editor-in-chief, Bill Cowan.
So as you've heard, the Media Corps has been working hard this year to cover the conference via our Twitter and Instagram, and our podcast on Spotify and Anchor.fm, and our newspaper articles on the Medium. Now, this is normally the time where we would have our conference slideshow, but this year we obviously could not have photographers running around snapping pictures, but we have plenty of content to go check out, and even more that will be posted following this assembly over the next day or two. So check out our Instagram and Twitter, as well as the link in their bios to find our podcast and newspaper, and stay tuned for more content as it keeps coming.
All right, we have one final recognition before we move to your governor's closing address and our 2021 KYA presiding officer announcements. So to announce the recipient of the Kentucky Colonel Award, I'm going to pass things over to your SEC, Blair Fraley.
Hey everyone. So the Kentucky Colonel Award is given to an individual who has achieved noteworthy accomplishments and has provided outstanding service to the community around them, the state of Kentucky, and the nation as a whole. This year's recipient is a man who exemplifies these qualities to the fullest and even further beyond. He grew up in Breathitt County, venturing on to attend Louisiana State University's graduate school on banking. Returning back to the Bluegrass, he began working as a teller for Central Bank and Trust. Quickly moving his way up the ranks, he became president and CEO of the bank in 1995. He was elected chairman of the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and reached further on to a national level by becoming the treasurer for the American Bankers Association. He has given millions in charity, and he is such an amazing guy, and we would like to give this award to Luther Deaton.
Congratulations to Luther. Luther's with us this afternoon, but we'll make sure that he knows that he has received that award. All right, so now we're moving on to what you all have been waiting for. We've got some 2021 presiding officers to announce, but first, we need to hear from your governor one last time for their closing address. I've had the pleasure of knowing your governor for a few years now, and having had the opportunity to take him on 3 Kona teams and a Y-Corps team, he's incredibly impressive. Obviously, there are many reasons why it's a bummer that we couldn't do this in person, but I think a big one is that Jacob is such a character in a way that you only get bits and pieces of that through the screen. He really was kicking butt from the beginning at Kona, making it to plenary as a freshman, which is the highest debate level at Conference on National Affairs, and he passed too, which is a huge deal. And since then, I feel like he has really grown so much. So to see him getting elected to this position and then flawlessly executing his role, despite it looking very different than he imagined, makes us all proud. I hope he continues to excel past this program, as I'm sure he will, and I hope he does so without losing that sharp wit and edge that makes him so unique to work with. So to close you out with his final address, I'm happy to reintroduce your governor, Jacob Graham.
Thank you so much for that. That was really just, thank you. Okay, so here we go. We have gone through a couple days of this, and now it's coming to an end. So delegates, thank you for an exciting conference of established debate, advocacy, and unity. As we close out of this conference, continue to embrace the success you had and take it with you as we close out of our Zoom screens. In my last speech, I noted the nostalgia within listening to Taylor Swift's music. For most of quarantine, I had all the time in the world, and I watched TV shows from my childhood and listened to music much older than I am, in which Fleetwood Mac really came in clutch. But during this period, I began my intense viewing and analysis of the Wile E. Coyote cartoon, which is not good, but the endings all fall on the same explosion, gag, and injuries of the presumed antagonist, while the Roadrunner triumphantly goes free. Although it was nostalgic and was symbolic of an easier time, when I was younger, I'd spend most of my free time watching these cartoons. most notably when they would rerun on Cartoon Network during early Saturday mornings. Yet the peculiarity of nostalgia and memories becomes much more complex when it repeats itself. Admittedly, when we were children, the freedom to ignore the world and engage with our television shows seemed more opportunistic than going out and being labor-intensive. Truthfully, we engaged in playing games because we had time and didn't truly understand the extent of the world's problems. And it's ironic that as children, we had time and used it for our own growth, but now the lockdown gave us time, we found it slippery to find our footing. While I flip-flop between the nostalgia of childhood shows, I also spent time watching movies that enveloped in the genre of cosmic horror. And if you don't know what this is, cosmic horror expands on contrasting the fear of something and instead you fear nothingness. And I think that reflected my genuine fear of the pandemic because for once in my life, I felt so insignificant because there was nothing I could do to prepare for such an event. And then KYA hit, and I never felt so unprepared for something I'd worked for. And it's absolutely maddening, but what's even worse is that the flip-flopping between Wile E. Coyote and cosmic horror started blending into each other, and now Looney Tunes were something traumatic to watch. But you see, one element of this form of horror is notable for its niche idea of human insignificance, where life only functions as a meaningless, perpetual, and fragile life cycle like the 365 days of this year, similar to the endless episodes of the Wile E. saga. So, the pandemic might have instigated this intense mental breakdown of the meaning of my existence, and then it clicked. The realization is twofold. One aspect of it focuses on the importance of Wile E. and the Roadrunner, and the other has to do with the meaning of human life. But firstly, Wile E. Coyote in this cartoon, as previously mentioned, ends with the demise of our titular antagonist. There is no resolution. We are expected to root for the Roadrunner, but we are taught to ignore the nature that is at play between the predator and prey. So really, the Roadrunner is the antagonist, starving out and humiliating the prey from childhood to adulthood. And the little guy is dependent on a corporation that doesn't actually help his competition, but causes him to be reliant because he doesn't understand the importance of his role in society. And within this, the horror element is the perpetual cycle of the two characters' cat and mouse type battle because they can't adhere to ending the conflict rather than constantly instigate it. Secondly, cosmic horror is essential to understanding human growth. Why? If you fear ambiguity, oh my goodness, then you can't easily fear something tangible. So if you can begin to understand and accept the unexplainable, you have the opportunity to invest in learning and engaging in ideas so alien to your brain. Ambiguity becomes an opportunity for intellectual growth. I don't believe in the insignificance of humanity that this genre explores, but if you choose to not create significant change, how are you choosing to lead your life? So why is this realization important? Well, I literally put 7 years of work into KY, so when it comes time to lead and speak about whatever passions I have, I chose to talk about Looney Tunes and an artistic style. The realization is figurative. Many of us are sitting at our computers about to finish our final KYA. Within this entire conference space, we're not only thinking about the future of our state when we participate in political discourse, but the future of our careers and the impacts we may make. Maybe the pandemic is a road running block that is intimidating and mean and fast pacing. Maybe you feel like every day is another ending of pain and suffering. Maybe you feel like so insignificant and lonely that the past normality is abnormal. Or maybe you feel as though society degrades you to the insignificance of the coyote. And if any of you feel the same way I do without the implications of this mental breakdown, you need to understand that ambiguity is an opportunity, not a blank space. That is what makes this conference so special. We don't anticipate what is to come. We can only participate and expect the better. What will happen next? We don't know, but the reality of all of this is that we cannot linger onto the past and hate the present. We can only love the future. Oh no, okay. So, delegates, thank you for an amazing KYA. If you guys never showed up, I do not know what could have been. Thank you for all the unity, the positivity, and the reminder that this conference space is so precious. No. Okay. You took one of the most strenuous situations and exceeded my expectations. It's no lie to say that you guys have inspired me this entire conference. Oh God, okay. Your devout passion and interest to learn are stipulating qualities that make this conference space so unique. And now that we begin to depart, I'm going to leave you with a few questions. Where will you take the advocacy you've developed into the world? Oh my God, okay. Will you stay silent? Okay. And allow the world to fade into a cycle of episodes with no resolution? Or will you grow to fight for change at full Roadrunner speed? Okay. This is not fun. Okay. The presiding officers on your screen have worked hard to make this KYA a truly incredible experience. And I'm honored to serve with each and every one of them. Oh my God, okay. Now the time has come to announce the new team of presiding officers who will lead the program in the coming year. And announcing the first of your 2021 KY presiding officers is our president of the Bluegrass Senate, Peyton Burnham. Well, actually, we had only one Bluegrass candidate, so she's not announcing, she's just saying goodbye. So.
As this KYA comes to a close, I would like to thank all of the people who have put so much time into making this KYA possible. I would also like to thank my team for always being there for me throughout this experience. Even though this is not the KYA we envisioned leading, we made the very best of the situation at hand. To my successor, enjoy every moment because it comes to an end all too soon. Enjoy the PO retreats and the long hours you spend working to make this conference the very best it can be. Be the PO that at the end of the conference, everyone is sad you were leaving because you made them feel a part of the team. I hope that you get to have the normal KYA that we all so badly wished we could have had. I hope that you go out of your way to make everyone feel like they have a safe place to share their ideas. I hope that you make an impact on somebody that they will remember forever. We are all rooting for you, and good luck in your new adventure.
Hello, KYA4. I'm your Bluegrass Speaker of the House. Those words truly make me smile. Being here is a special gift. To be a presiding officer is an experience you never forget. You learn of the treasures of friendship, kindness, support, caring, leadership, and sincerity. You also learn of deeper treasures, accountability, responsibility, and reflection. My words of guidance for the next Bluegrass Speaker of the House are: you have a passion burning inside you. Use it. Make this conference a way to touch the hearts of students across Kentucky. Create a KYA where people feel heard. Remind students that they have the willpower and are so very special. A smile and words of reassurance go a long way. Be accountable and enjoy spending time with your PO team. They are my favorite role models and people you can count on. To be part of this beautiful effort and conference is breathtaking. To live a dream, to be a presiding officer is a gift. Remember to keep looking forward and use KYA to learn and grow. Appreciate the magic of bills, pro-con speeches, judicial branch, chairs, fun time, new friends, learning about serious topics, and this virtual stage. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the next KYA4 Bluegrass Speaker of the House. To whoever becomes the next speaker, I know you'll do an amazing job. Thank you.
Being a PO goes by faster than you think. When you're elected at a conference, it's a year away before the next KYA, and it feels like it's never going to come. But it does. The deadlines hit you faster than you ever think. Turn stuff in on time. So cherish it while you have it, because it'll slip away before you can blink. Now, I know everyone is really antsy, especially to find out who the governor is, especially sitting behind a camera. So without further ado, your next KYA4 Lieutenant Governor is Cross Dutton from South Oldham High School.
Thank you all for electing me to the position. I know it wasn't a very hard decision, but thank you for everybody who's voted for me, and let's have a great KYA next year.
Okay, here we go. This year has been wild. It's been completely different from what I thought my last KYA would be. In life, we need to learn how to deal with things that come at us and make it the best experience we can. I'm so proud of my team because of how hard we've worked, and I think about how fun this past year has been. Because KYA was so different, I want to shout out to all of you for sticking with us and choosing to do KYA this year, even though it was virtual. I want to also thank the Y staff because they handled the situation so well and we had such a good conference this year. To my successor, I wish you the best of luck. This opportunity is like nothing else you will ever experience in your life, and it makes you grow in so many different ways. Oh God. Okay, you learn how to be a leader, how to work with a group of people who you know so little about and grow with them, and how to manage your time when writing speeches, although my team never figured that out. I'm so excited for the future KYA4 Editor-in-Chief to experience all the amazing things that I have in the last year. Be creative, be enthusiastic, and be an incredible Editor-in-Chief. I don't think I could have delayed such an exciting yet sad moment more, but your new Editor-in-Chief for High School 4 is Haley Griebel from North Laurel High School.
Well, thank you.
Wow. This past year has gone by in a blur. Being a PO during virtual season was a challenge that I never thought I would have to face. But with the support of this amazing team and each person who decided to step out of their comfort zone and join this conference, we overcame it. To my successor, never take a moment for granted. Be proud of the hard work that you've put in and all of the hard work you have to come. The team that you're about to join will become a constant source of accountability and friendship. Savor it. Enjoy each and every second of the year ahead of you and make the most of it. You're going to do amazing. I'm proud of everything that you have accomplished at this conference. And I'm so proud to announce this wonderful, wonderful next Secretary of the Executive Cabinet. With your dedication and passion, the world is your stage. You've earned this. It is my honor to announce your next KYA4 Secretary of the Executive Cabinet from Holy Cross High School, Covington, Addie Dierig.
Thank you.
It goes without saying that this year has been anything but typical. But despite the constant changes and tribulations, we have pulled through. This is not what I imagined my term would look like. But despite this, I can say this experience has only made me better. As a PO team, we were constantly adapting to the changing situation. We had to always find little things to enjoy. Moments and messages, video chats, anything. I have met some of the most incredible and hardworking and smartest people in such a short year. And I know the person taking my position will have to face challenges, but I know they will be more than up for it. You won't be alone. You will always have your team there with you, so enjoy yourself. Find things in the little moments. This will be one of the most memorable years of your life. Without further ado, your 2021 KYA High School 4 Attorney General from Holy Cross Covington, Morgan McIntosh.
So firstly, I want to thank the seniors from Holy Cross High School. You guys have given me my favorite high school memories, and I don't think I'd be here without you guys today. I also want to thank my advisors. Amanda Reed, Lincoln Meltebrink, and Scott Reed have been essential to who I've become today, and they've unconditionally supported me. But I specifically need to thank Rob Knox. You gave me an amazing opportunity. You taught me this program, and most importantly, you believed in me, Sean, and my brother Jake, and every other lawyer who's gone through this program. So without you, I wouldn't be sitting here today or be the person I am. This experience really has meant the world to me. Finally, I need to thank my PO team. I was so terrified that I'd be an outsider, but you guys just made me feel so important and so cared for. Whether it was Jacob saying hi to me at every single conference we were at, or Jackson and so many other people at GFI making awesome memories, it really meant the world to me. To my successor, you'll love this experience. You'll love being the Chief Justice and getting to work with your justice panel. You'll love your Attorney General, and hopefully they'll be one of your best friends. But I mean, also, I hope your senior year's in the Kentucky Supreme Court and not behind a computer screen. But I want to challenge you to do something extremely important, and I promise you that this experience will mean so much more if you do. I want you to fully throw yourself into this team, and I want you to make some new best friends. Enjoy GFI and the retreats I really hope you have in person. But please take some advice. Be proud of yourself. We all have a tendency to overlook that sometimes. You deserve this. You worked hard, and I know how great you'll be as Chief Justice. Take in all you can and enjoy the little things. This year's going to go faster than you can imagine, so just take some time to enjoy it. So without further ado, your next Chief Justice is from Holy Cross, Covington, Isabella Stock.
The way I told myself I was not going to cry. And here I am. Shout out to Addie McCown for me crying throughout this whole speech. Wow, this is it. This is the moment I've been immensely dreading, but at the same time praying for since I was 12 years old. It's not at all what I expected it to be. Obviously, I did not expect to give this speech off on screen and off the stage, but this conference has still meant nothing short of the world to me. I can't thank you all enough for supporting me on my journey through the why, and I can't thank the why enough for saving my life. Thank you to my advisors, my peers, my parents, and the world's absolutely best PO team, and the dozens of other people who have helped me to get to where I am right now. Letting go of this part of my life literally feels like my child is being ripped from my arms. But the feeling of hopefulness that I have for this conference overshadows every ounce of pain I have from letting go. I am so proud of all of you. To the next Secretary of State, please love every second of getting to be here. You'll blink and it'll be gone. I feel like I was sitting in my seat and shaking, waiting for Addie McCown to make her announcement. I felt like that was yesterday. So without creating any other suspense, your next Secretary of State is Kate Weatherton from South Oldham High School. Congratulations, Kate.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm like crying.
Hold on, I got this written down over here. If you told me a year ago that my PO term would be spent all virtually, I'd call you a liar. However, that's what happened, and I can't even describe how much this year has meant to me. It was an absolute ball. I met people who I am proud to call my homies. I'm so glad that I ran. The people that I met are some of the most hardworking and incredible people that I've ever met. To whoever takes my position, cherish these moments. Cherish the moments with your team, whether it's just a FaceTime call or you guys are meeting in person. They're some of the best moments that personally I have ever had. Being a PO actually made 2020 a bearable year. So to my successor, have fun, live in the moment, with some of the best people you'll ever meet. There's not even enough that I could write that describes how much I love this team and this past year has meant to me. So without further ado, your next president of the Commonwealth Senate, Josh Groves from Heritage Christian Academy.
Well, here we are. For me, the end of this conference just marks the end of a 7-year period of personal growth and evolution of self. I really think that's the best way to describe it. And KY, I am indebted to you for encouraging me to advocate for my beliefs, to serve in my community, and to create long-lasting friendships. Thank you to my PO team for being willing to overcome every single challenge thrown at us this year. I could not have been blessed with a more positive, inspiring group of leaders. And to the next speaker, always believe in yourself. Use the platform that you've been given to spread positivity and just to leave a lasting impact on the world. Don't be complacent. This is your time. Make it worth it. Make the most of it and just have fun with it. I also just want to say that throughout the conference, I've listened to this person speak, and I even told my PO team about it. They really have a gift to command the attention of a room and are just so well spoken. I really couldn't have asked, I couldn't have chosen a better successor for this position. And with that being said, your new KYA for Commonwealth Speaker of the House is Cal Wagers from North Laurel High School. I'm so proud of you.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. It is now the end of an exciting 7 years of debate, friendships, self-discovery, and growth. That is a set in that this is the last KYA conference of my life. That when I pass this gavel, this chapter of my life is over and I begin a new one. For all us graduating seniors, I can assure you the reality hasn't set in for you as well. Yet we know it has come to a strange but complete ending. I grew to understand and accept myself because of the why and the community it gave me. I will never be ungrateful for the memories and wisdom it's given me. My ultimate word of advice to everyone at this conference is to love your life to the fullest and love yourself for who you are unconditionally. You are more important than your insecurities, your guilt, and your hardships. Choose to be bold, not quiet. And now thank you to all my advisors, especially Ms. Heineman for supporting me every step of the way and also bullying me. Yeah. Thank you to my friends who have challenged me every single day of my life. Thank you to my friends from the Y who have given me reasons to wake up smiling every day. Thank you for the Y staff for building a foundation and home every single year. Thank you to my lovely parents whose support is reflective of their passions and goodwill. Thank you to my auspicious chief staff who's like right next to me right now witnessing all of this for bunking in with me and doing this KYA. And especially thank you to all the other governors from Kentucky and outside of Kentucky who have been there through this entire process. Okay. And now thank you to my team whose efforts breathed life into a daunting task of running a virtual conference. Most of us came here as strangers, and now we leave as a family. Lastly, thank you, delegates, for taking this conference and making it the best you can. This conference couldn't be what it is without you. And to my successor, choose to lead with optimism and courage. Oh, I cannot see. Okay. The role of a governor is intimidating, but you were chosen because you can handle it and make it impactful. Your optimism and servitude leadership is what is needed to be part of a successful presiding officer team. I am delighted to have witnessed you during debate and during our trivia night, wherever we had a brief moment where we connected about music. So now, take this time you have and treasure each and every second, because it'll be gone faster than you could expect. As a final note, leave this conference better than you found it. I have faith in your elected team and your leadership, and I'm beyond excited for the journey you're about to embark. And with that being said, I'm delighted to announce your next KYA 2021 governor is, well, from Butler Traditional High School, Kyrie Spencer. Okay. Okay. And let me scroll down to my next part of the script. Now, the Chief Justice will now administer the oath of office to the governor-elect. I'd like to invite all of our new presiding officers to join this governor in this oath.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully execute to the best of my ability the office according to law. And I do further solemnly swear that since the adoption of this present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have I acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending. So help me God. Congratulations. Thank you to our new presiding officers. New officers, please remain on after we adjourn for a brief meeting.
I'd like to invite my fellow outgoing presiding officers to join me around, oh my God, not again. Okay, around the virtual podium one final time. Make sure your cameras are on. Is there a motion to adjourn this session of the Kentucky Youth Assembly? And please indicate so by raising your hand in the chat. No. Okay, I get it. Okay. All those in favor, well, we've already done that. All those opposed, please use the raise hand function to signify. Okay. We're having some technical difficulties real quick. Perfect timing. Now that we're back to normality here. It is the decision of this chair that the motion carries. This session of the Kentucky Youth Assembly is now adjourned.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. but he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Lord, there've been times that I thought I could last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come.